Yo, what it is, guys? Leon Mooky here, and I'm back with you to give you what if Izuku can summon heroic spirits. This is part 6. In the last part, I basically went over on how Izuku's heroic spirits basically are going through their own regrets of not being able to take part in a Holy Grail War. However, Class 1A also begins their combat training, with Izuku showing off the power of his servants, mostly being Sigurd and Skyhatch, but with the brilliance of the Queen of Sheba. However, after combat training was finally over, All Might finally confronted Izuku about his heroic spirits and wanted to see if he had some connection to All for One. However, both Izuku and All Might began telling the story behind their powers, with soon all of his heroic spirits, his servants, began to berate All Might for creating this era of peace, an era where everybody relies too much on him instead of relying on themselves, with Izuku showing that All Might inspired him to become a hero, a true hero, with his servants saying that was the one true good thing from the society. So with that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? As Izuku and his servants heading back home after finally finished talking with All Might, in the skies, high into the air, where a person could get a good layout of the entirety of Masafu, as the man that's in the air has that of red wings and a yellow jacket with a yellow visor, with dirty blonde hair, as being the number 3 hero of Japan, that being Hawks, aka Keigo Takami, with him looking at Izuku and 2 of his servants who are currently walking alongside him, being Sigurd and the Queen of Sheba, with Hawks basically looking at Izuku, thinking to himself, seriously, this kid is dangerous? Don't get me wrong, a sentient quirk that makes humans is terrifying. It's kind of crazy, but still, what makes him so dangerous? With Hawks having that of a memory as his superior, the current head of the Public Hero Safety Commission told him to spy on Izuku, with Hawks actually raising a brow at this, asking, I'm sorry, why should I do that? I mean, he's just a kid, right? And if he doesn't want to join the Public Safety Commission, why keep forcing him? I mean, it's his choice. As she was about to say something, her secretary soon says, Hawks, this kid is not somebody to mess with. We have tried multiple reasons to convince him to join, which reasons that you may not like, but were necessary. And they were all thwarted in any sort of way, especially the last one, which I have to say we are still struggling to find one of our agents after all. Hearing this, he couldn't help but sigh, and soon saying, so you want me to keep an eye on him? And do what? Within, the chief began saying that she wants him to keep an eye on him. Find anything that you can see at the Midoriya estate. Find a little bit of dirt that comes from that newly built mansion. Just anything that we can find to use against him, to force him to join the Public Hero Safety Commission. With that, Hux didn't like it, but had no choice, as he owes everything to the Public Hero Safety Commission after all, and obliges and accepts the mission. And now, 2 weeks later, he's now currently spying on Izuku Midoriya and his servants for the first 2 days, as he's gone home and basically the next day just gone to school. He hasn't done anything drastic or nothing crazy. Neither has any of his quirks either. As he heads back to follow Izuku back on his way back home, the same thing happens again with him heading there, as part of him thinks that it'd be better to get a closer view of the giant Japanese state mansion. As he soon tries to fly down, he soon feels like he was just electrocuted in some way, with soon basically holding his body in pain as he flies back up, having a hard time trying to keep himself elevated, within thinking, what the hell was that? Some kind of force field? But that shouldn't be possible. If I recall, Midoriya doesn't have a force field quirk, and neither does his mother. What the hell is going on here? After thinking this to himself, on the ground floor, being in that Midoriya state, in one of the, firing range where Nobunaga would go for training with her muskets, she sees Hawks and soon saying, "No killing, and we need to get the information out of this boy. So I'll be aiming at that." As she takes aim, and fires. It hits Hawks' wing, sending him dispersing his feathers from his left wing as he begins falling. Within, Kotaro, on the roof of the building, catches Hawks and then uses ropes to put them together. As then he actually uses his kunai to remove his other wing. However, it just diverts back to feathers, with then Kotaro neck chopping him, knocking him out to make sure he doesn't bring his feathers back together. With then Kotaro landing in the large meditation garden, soon and laying him onto the ground. Couple minutes later, Hawks began waking up as he sees that, Izuku and all of his servants are basically looking at him. However, 3 of them have weapons out. That being Sigurd with his sword Gran, Skahatch and her spear, and Nobunaga and her musket, pointed straight at the number 3 hero, with soon saying, "Hey, I guess I can't really talk my way out of this, can I?" As he tries having that of a cheerful tone. However, the more he talks, the more he gets their weapon shoved into his face, saying, "Okay, I'll shut up." With soon Izuku sighing as he uses mind communication to get in touch with Nightingale, as he asks his Berserker class servant and how long it will be until his mother returns, as she says that she's going to be in a meeting for at least another hour, and tells him that they have at least an hour or another 50 minutes or so, give or take. But then Izuku saying, "Thanks, Nightingale." With soon Izuku saying, "Okay, Hawks, I was wondering on how long it would take for the Public Hero Safety Commission to strike. So, let me guess. Your job was to recon and check my actions, and whatever dirt you could find on me or my mother, you were basically going to take back to the Public Hero Safety Commission and use that to blackmail me to join. Am I right?" With then Hawks began thinking, how the hell does this kid know everything? With soon Sheba basically smiling with that of an innocent and pure smile. With soon Izuku saying, "I'm guessing you're wondering how I know. I have my ways. Also, how long will this take? How long until the Public Hero Safety Commission stops trying to force me to join?" Hearing this, Hawks soon drops the act as his pro-hero self and just speaks as Keigo. As Keigo soon saying, "Look, kid, I understand how you feel. It's frustrating, and I get that you don't want to deal with this. But some things within," Sigurd saying, "You fools keep on trying to force our master to become something he does not wish. Not only that, force him to do things that go against his very code and ethics. But you bastards do not care about that. No, All you want is his power and its strength. It sickens me, if anything. With then Keigo saying, look, I understand, but the Public Hero Safety Commission is needed in times like this. With then Nobunaga saying, oh, cry me a river, you damn chicken. You know that the bullshit that you spout is lies. We are aware of the Public Hero Safety Commission done some dirty things for the sake of keeping the peace after all. Within hearing this, Keigo soon thinking, how the hell do they? With soon Skyhead saying, we are aware of how certain governments would act, and we are aware on how peaceful everything is here in the Public Safety Commission. Besides All Might's actions alone, it couldn't have just been done by one man. It had to been done in the shadows. Certain actions, certain things kept from the supposed symbol of peace, from the fool himself. The Public Hero Safety Commission and its heroes have covered up and caused so much death in the shadows. Is that not true? Within hearing this, Hawks actually begins sweating and soon has his head down. Within Izuku saying, I really hate having to believe it, but seeing your look on your face, it says it all. It's the truth. The Hero Public Safety Commission has done horrible things and forcing their heroes to kill people. Within Keigo saying, look, it's not glamorous and it's not pretty, but sometimes it can't be helped. Sometimes you have to. With Izuku cutting him off, screaming, you don't have to kill people to do the right thing. You don't have to end lives to make sure peace remains. You don't have to make sure that people die. It sickens me. Knowing that this society's peace is built on not just the truth, but a lie. A lie that no one freaking knows about. And it just makes me sick. And now that I see you, Hawks, now that I see that one of the pros I actually looked up to, you used to be carefree and speak your mind, and yet you still always do the right thing and help. And now that I see this, and now that I see the truth behind the Public Hero Safety Commission, how do I know that everything that you've also said were nothing but lies? Then Keigo soon saying, I wasn't lying, kid. I wasn't. I'm telling that what I speak, what I want is a hero society, not built on school, on where a person goes to school to reach the top, not how popular they are with the public, or not how powerful a person's quirk is, but how valuable they are to society and how useful they can be, where people can be whatever they want, choose whatever to become, and heroes can have a lot of free time on their hands to spend with their family and friends, with their loved ones. That's the kind of society I want. The hero society I want to create. And the only way to do that is with Skyhatch soon saying, with the Public Hero Safety Commission, because they have the power and the influence to do so. And the best way to do that is either to kill all the problems that could come at hand. And is that right? But soon, Keigo not saying anything, and his silence confirming it. But soon, Izuku saying, just hearing this makes me sick even more. That you're willing to kill people just to perpetuate a peace built on the blood of both heroes and villains alike. Within Hawk's eyes being widening again, hearing Izuku saying, wait, we haven't. Within Sheba cutting him off and saying, oh, we are aware of certain heroes basically going off the face of the earth. Well, mostly our master after all. Some heroes that end up dying from villain attacks normally be public to the people on TV or on the internet. However, there are certain heroes whose deaths, or rather, end up going missing, and yet the news nor the internet says anything. So it only has to be said by either it's being covered up. Isn't that right, Izuku? With Izuku not saying anything, but nodding at his caster servant. But then Sigurd saying, like for example, a certain pro hero who was also a public hero safety officer and was said to be one of the best sharpshooters in all of Japan, with then Nobunaga saying, this woman was quite interesting to even catch my eye. And personally, as her public appearance began to dwindle, I began to realize, how can somebody this popular and this skilled basically go dark? Hell, even in retirement, I've seen a couple of pros who walk around the street with a couple people noticing them from time to time, especially from Izuku, who knows every single pro in all of Japan, even outside of Japan as well. With Izuku blushing from Nobunaga saying that, within she's saying, but then there are pros who just disappear like her. Or rather, pros who end up snuffed out by you bastards. Within, she's saying, did you bastards kill Lady Nagant? Or rather, where are you holding her? Nobunaga asking this with that of disgust and scorn in her voice. But then Hawk soon saying, I can't tell you that, but I will tell you this. Even if you end up choosing your own path and your own choice and basically become the hero you've always wanted, Midoriya, knowing that you basically are free to become the pro hero you want to be, basically puts fear in the Public Hero Safety Commission. It basically makes them hate the fact that you exist and you're not controlled. I mean, look at this. Look at them. These humanoid quirks that are basically free to do whatever the hell they want. Hell, you're not even controlling them. With Izuku saying, I can't control them, actually. As he soon removes the sleeves from his school uniform, as he hasn't even had time to change out of it. As he shows all of his command seals all across his right arm and his left arm. With each of these command seals force me to control my servants. And if I use one of them, they obey, and even against their will. But doing so, I hate doing it. Because they have free will. They have their own choices. They're free to do whatever the hell they want, except kill. With soon Sigurd saying, and we won't go against that rule Izuku has asked of us. We won't cost him his dream of becoming a hero. Saying this, Sky Hatch looks at Sigurd, thinking to herself, you're one to talk, Sigurd. But then Keigo saying, that's the problem. That's what they're scared of. You could use that power. You can basically order them to do whatever the hell you want. You might be able to control them, but you could also tell them to sunder the entire hero society. You may be wanting to be a hero, but there's always that chance, that small chance that you could be used to destroy everything. And that's why the Public Hero Safety Commission will never stop trying to get you to join them. They tried so many ways, and yet you counteract every single one. Even me, the only hero that's able to basically freely use his quirk to any city at any chance, and people wouldn't even bat an eye. And yet, you have so much secrets to the point that your literal new home has a freaking force field that shocked me. and you almost tried to kill me. What the actual hell? But then Izuku saying, that's because you were threatening us. You basically came to our home unannounced, tried to come near our home, and my servants basically acted to protect me, or if my mom was here, the same thing. You were basically trespassing, even if you are a pro hero or not. Actions like this goes against anything that's heroic. Then Keigo's eyes widening, but then bringing his head down as his hair soon covers his eyes, soon saying, look, Midoriya, I could tell you're a good kid, and knowing when this is all over, you're basically going to ask me to keep my mouth shut, basically tell the Public Hero Safety Commission about how dangerous you are, or rather to let you do what you do. But that's not going to happen. Far from it. If anything, it's just going to get worse. I'm literally their best agent. Their golden goose, as they called me. If I tell them on how dangerous you are, they're literally going to do whatever it takes to make sure to ruin your life. They'll probably make up some evidence to get you expelled from UA. And then if that isn't enough, they'll probably blacklist you from every other hero school all across the country. And even if you go vigilante, they'll basically put all types of wanted posters for somebody like you. You'll lose everything and all respect. You'll become nothing but a fugitive. So I'm only going to say this once, Midoriya. Join the Public Hero Safety Commission and make sure that you can look after yourself and your mother. Because if you don't, you're just going to make things worse. Not just for yourself, but for everybody around you. But then, soon, Sheba couldn't help but smile before bringing out a phone, and Keigo's eyes begin widening as she soon presses a stop button as the phone has been recording this entire time. With soon Keigo saying, "You didn't." With soon Izuku saying, "Yeah, we did." Sheba said that something like this could happen in the future, so we were prepared. Or rather, she was more prepared than anything. Within Sheba, soon crossing her arms below her chest, and soon saying, "You fell for it hook, line, and sinker. I wanted to get recording evidence to make sure that you confessed everything, so you would basically, given that you had a soft spot for Izuku after all, given that he's just a good kid who just wants to become a hero more than anything." However, Izuku figured that audio recording wasn't enough, but video recording as well, as Sheba tosses Izuku's phone to him. And then Kotaro soon appeared, saying, "Master told me to make sure to put up tons of video recordings in different angles all across the meditation garden right here. So we basically have your confession not just on recording, but also on video as well." With Hawks soon having his eyes widening at everything that has just happened. With soon Kotaro saying, when we upload this video, the government could choose to basically take down all the videos that we upload, or you could also say that what all this recording is nothing but false evidence and never existed. However, within Sigurd removing Gran from Hawks' neck, as he soon stabs it into his godly sword into the ground, with soon adjusting his glasses saying, "For the Public Hero Safety Commission, you never applied on public opinion, did you not? You believe that the masses will always rely on the heroes, which is true, but also false at the same time. Given enough opinion and sway, everything could change. People could lose faith in heroes. People could lose faith in the government. And especially the Public Hero Safety Commission would be forced to disband and forced to restructure everything. Sure, on paper and in truth, that's how things would be. But the people will always remember. The people will always know the truth. With then Hux feeling defeated after all of that, with soon saying, please, I'm begging you, don't do this. If you do this, everything that I've tried to build will be broken down. Everything that I've worked so hard to make sure it doesn't happen will be destroyed. So please, don't do this. Don't send the world into anarchy. Don't take away my mother's stability and happiness. With Izuku's eyes widening at this, alongside Nobunaga and Kotaro, with Izuku saying, I get it now. The Public Hero Safety Commission came to you when you were just a kid, didn't they? During your hard times for your mom. Am I right? Within Hux, as Keigo says, my dad was a crook, a villain actually. So you could say I didn't have the best life growing up at all. And to be honest, my mom isn't really much of a stable person to begin with. As even though I was only 5 years old, I could tell that I was mostly the one taking care of her than the other way around. So once the Public Hero Safety Commission came in, I told my mom to take it to make sure that I could look after her. And that's it. As he begins explaining even more that he was willing to do whatever it takes, no matter what, if it means looking after his own mother, and even means getting his hands dirty, no matter what. But he still wants to believe, still wants to create the perfect society where heroes can just be themselves, be just the people that's under the mask instead of having to live behind it constantly. That soon Izuku sighed, saying, fine, we won't upload this. But then everybody looking at Izuku with that of dumbfoundedness, with soon Skyhead saying, Izuku, you can't be serious. With Izuku saying, I'm serious, Skyhatch. We won't upload the video recording and the audio recording as well. But we're not going to leave you scot-free, Hux. You've done some horrible things, and you've covered up quite a bit of dirty work as well. So I'm going to ask you something actually, and I want you to make sure that you don't go back on your word. With soon Keigo saying, anything, kid. Soon Izuku whispers into Keigo's ear as his eyes begin whining. Within Keigo saying, all right, fine. I'll do that. But you have to keep your end of the bargain. You can't do anything to ruin Hero Society for the worst. As soon Izuku saying, you have my word. Personally, I'd rather if we didn't have to do this. But, like I said, I can't live in a society like this. So I'm going to fix it with my own 2 hands if I need to. Even if I have to basically take down the Public Hero Safety Commission to do so. But I won't ruin your life to do it though. I'd rather not. Then Keigo saying, you really are too much of a good kid, Midoriya. If those old bastards actually listened, they would know that you have too much of a good heart in you and have a good head on your shoulders to know that you wouldn't kill a soul. Or rather, it's impossible for you to do so. Am I right? With Izuku's eyes began widening, but then Sigurd adjusting his glasses and began smirking, saying, Your superiors only see our master and only see him for his quirk. But in reality, it isn't his quirk that's his greatest aspect. It isn't us that makes him strong. You want to know what really makes him strong, Mr. Number 3 hero? With Sky Hatch finishing off saying, it's his kind heart, his optimism, his courage, and his determination. That is what makes Izuku Midoriya strong. That's what makes him him. With then Keiko soon saying, yeah, and I see about it. And now that I look as he looks at Izuku's eyes saying, now that I see it up close, now that I see this kid, it makes me really realize that the things I've done for my own dream, for my own vision of society, was all wrong. With then Keigo soon putting back on his goggles and then bringing his feathers all back together. With soon he's saying, hey, think it's fair for me to go? Don't worry, I won't tell them about everything that happened, what's going on here. I'll basically say that I haven't found anything and I'll keep my mouth shut. Until then, make sure that you have a good 3 years in UA. With Izuku saying, I will. Thank you, Hawks. Saying, don't mention the kid. Now, you think I could, with soon Kotaro and also Nobunaga helping Hawks out of the, Midoriya estate actually, with Sky Hatch and Sigurd soon leaving, standing right beside Izuku, within soon Sigurd saying, you really have a good heart, Izuku. And he's right. You could never kill anybody. Soon Izuku saying, yeah, I think that's the one thing that Public Hero Safety Commission just never can get. And the reason why I could never join them. But no matter what schemes they do, no matter how much they try to break me, to force me to basically obey them, I will always be myself, no matter what. With soon Sky Hatch wrapping her arm around Izuku as putting him close, saying, and that's all we could ask for you, our young master. With Izuku smiling at this. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below, and I would love to read them. And sorry about that this video doesn't have that much action-packed. I wanted to put an end to the, Hero Public Safety Commission, because we all know that they were going to continue trying something at no matter what to basically force Izuku to join them. I just wanted to end it with Hawks basically covering for Izuku until then, until more problems show up, but that's going to be a long time until then. So now we can focus more on the main canon and getting Izuku more servants. So yeah, please like and subscribe and hit that bell notification to keep up to date with my other videos. Also, check out my Discord and gaming channel. Links be in the description below, alongside my side channel where I do fanfic stories. And also check out my Patreon as well. So, with all that said, this is Mooky signing out. Later, guys. Shiro Kitsune, finish it off, girl.
Hi, everyone. This is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!